So Sahamati has actually completed 6 years of operation this month. And as you all know, we on our own are not an account aggregator. We are a not-for-profit body which is building the account aggregator ecosystem. Now, the first few years, what we have focused on is spreading the word, advocacy, on going across the country with all the entities to implement this AA framework. And the AA framework is not from us. It is from the Reserve Bank of India itself. It is a regulated framework. But there was work to be done where we had to go to entity by entity and inform them what are the advantages of implementing the framework. And initially everybody was very worried that their data was going to be shared using AA, and we had to inform them that it is the customer's data, number one, but instead they should also focus on what they're going to lose by not implementing the account aggregator framework. To give you one simple example, the credit gap in the country when it comes to MSME lending is, I think, like 30 lakh crore every year. So how do you tap into that? You must use a DPR. You must use technology, which not only increases your chances of serving customers whom you're not able to see, who are very remote, but also you're able to acquire the data in a very, very smooth way, a consented way, which is very important, which is part of the DPDP Act, and all the data you get is completely fraud-free. So initially, yes, there was some amount of hesitation, and I should actually inform you that the regulators and MOF have played a very, very large role in ensuring that it was implemented and it was used. Very few people speak about it, very few people acknowledge, but as you all know, they all do things very, very quietly. If not for their support, I don't think the AA framework would have taken off. So I would say that all the 4 regulators are involved because they get an update from us on an every month basis. Your DFS also gets an update from us every month basis. So we do share with them about the hurdles we have, the challenges we see, and they've always been very helpful. I would like to see that how we can seek their help further to increase the MSME lending. It is slowly taking off, and we are working very closely with them. And I do hope in this calendar year itself, it can increase a lot more. So India has not gone for open banking, which everybody has heard of. We directly went on to open finance because it is cross-sectoral. It is not only the banking data, it is your investment data, which is the capital market, your insurance data, your pension fund data, and the taxation for now, which is only GST. So part of GST is there. Everybody thought it was going to be lending. But as I was saying on the panel, onboarding of a new customer is a very, very important part of any product. It is actually not only in the financial thing, as I said, it could be any offline product. Onboarding, how are you bringing them on board? And you would agree that in the offline world, there is a lot of friction. You have to fill this form, that form, they want the Xerox, which you don't have, and all those things. Here it is very, very smooth. So onboarding for several actually products we have seen. Insurance, few insurance actually companies have seen that the number of customers who are using AA to actually buy life insurance is as high as 50%. And the approval rate has increased by 10 to 15% because they're able to easily get the data, and they're able to check if the salary which they claimed is actually true, and are they having a regular employment. You have that. Then another new use case which actually we heard about 8 months ago, which nobody had thought, was compliance. Which the end user, like the retail user doesn't see. But in these financial entities, your top management and all the key people have to inform the compliance officer of their holdings in the market. So every week, they actually, either email them the PDF of all the stocks and mutual funds they hold. Now that process has been automated because of AA, and automatically the compliance officer is able to get a copy of your holdings in a very, very smooth way. So these are the kinds of use cases which the market on its own is innovating. It is not that we are the ones saying that you should use here or you should do that. So once they saw that in their company the AA was implemented and the amount of risk they are taking has actually come down on whether loan or insurance or any of that is, then the other departments are saying that, okay, I have a friction point, I have a problem, so how can I use it? So internally we see that each of the entities on their own are innovating, and what we are doing is that we are collating that and we are spreading those new use cases across the ecosystem, hoping that it will be implemented on a wider user base it's implemented. So the first thing is, because of the name account aggregator, many think that all the data is there with the account aggregator. So account aggregator is not having any data. It merely acts as a consent manager. Just like in UPI app, you give the consent for the payment which has to be made. It is not able to tap in that money, your UPI app. The money goes directly. In account aggregator also, you are only giving a consent, while the data is flowing through them. All the data which flows through them is fully encrypted. So we call AA is data blind, and only the entity which we call FIU is going to receive the data. Only they are able to decrypt. And the other part, very few know, is that the account aggregator is each of them have received a license from RBI. So it is a regulated entity. So we, Sahamati, will have to do a lot more in this year by working with the participants now to increase the customer awareness, which we had not done till now. It was by design because we had to ensure it was implemented, it was working well, etc. Now that phase has come where now we need to go to the retail customer, like use Instagram, use X, LinkedIn, etc., to increase the awareness of AA, by which anybody who is applying for a loan, insurance, or anything, they would insist with that entity that we will share the data, but we will share it only using AA, and we don't want to give you the hard copy, etc.